We all know what a dinosaur is. They've been the topic of TV shows, movies, and toys. In school, we learned about how they roamed the Earth approximately 233 million years ago and were wiped out by one of several unknown causes, like meteors or platonic shifts. But what did dinosaurs look like? We know their skeletons. We visit them throughout our childhood on school field trips. But how many of those depictions are based in fact and how many are fiction? Well, today we're going to be talking about the history of dinosaur depictions and hopefully give you a more complete picture of what dinosaurs look like when they roam the Earth. I've noticed in the last 5 years, dinosaurs have undergone a bit of a makeover. They don't look the same as they did when I was growing up, and this led me to do some research on the subject. Remember how dinosaurs used to look like this, and now they look more like this? I was curious as to why dinosaurs were suddenly so feathery when before they had scales, and then I learned that they're actually related to birds. My mind was blown, and it really shouldn't have been. Scientists have actually known this information since the 1960s, and theories have speculated this for years before. So I had to question, what happened here? Well, it all began with this guy, Gideon Mantell. In 1822, he was walking around Sussex, England, and came across some fossilized teeth. He was a geologist and noticed that the teeth strongly resembled iguanas. So when he comprised his found fossils, he put them together to create a large prehistoric land-dwelling reptile, which he called the iguanodon, because of the teeth's resemblance. Now, Gideon wasn't completely wrong with his analysis that the creature looked reptilian, but at the time, scientists just had no idea that reptiles and birds had a common ancestor. This assumption held so strong due to a man named Linnaeus. You may have heard of this guy in your science classes, but spoiler alert, most of his ideas have been thrown out. At the time, scientists like Mantell were working within the Linnaean classification system created in the 1700s, a system that classified animals based on their phenotypes or appearance. Now, this was a great start, but was pre-Darwin's analysis of evolution. Oh, don't cry, give it another 100 years. And was also based on the assumption of creationism, or the idea that God created all beings separately, and so no creatures had ancestors. Just imagine Noah's Ark being full of 500 dinosaurs. So despite the evidence suggesting dinosaurs are the ancestors of birds, this was not taken seriously in the scientific community. Misinformation was rampant, and was furthered by this guy Richard Owen, who was the main man in paleontology at the time, and he even coined the name dinosaur, which meant fearsome lizard. And at the time, there were people who disagreed, such as Henry Huxley, who looked at these structures and was like, hey, I think these look avian. Maybe let's look into this? He even wrote a book depicting dinosaurs with feathers. But sadly, because of Owen's fame, his ideas were never taken seriously. And it would stay that way until the year 1969, during the dinosaur renaissance. During this time, tons of fossil evidence for dinosaurs started to pop up, and the scientific community finally started to break down those old assumptions and welcome in a new era of dino research. John Olson, in particular, would note the extreme similarity of the skeletal structure of dinosaur Deinonychus had to the modern-day bird, which would be influential in the scientific investigation on feathered dinosaurs. The media, however, took a while to catch on. Just look at Jurassic Park, which came out in the 80s. But just in the past couple years, we've seen an increase in news articles on feathered dinosaurs. In 2016, the New York Times featured a dinosaur tail caught in ember and showing feathers, which can be seen from figure A. We also had the discovery of the Codotyper X, a dinosaur with quite a resemblance to the modern-day peacock, which was found fossilized with feather impressions. Ultimately, dino depictions have changed from an increase of knowledge and a desire to break down old assumptions, which is great because now we can see dinosaurs as the huge, beautiful, vibrant creatures they were. And we still have a lot of work to do, and I'm sure depictions will change as we learn more. But hopefully this video gave you some insight into why dinosaurs have feathers now. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.